Do you hate waste? Because I do. And today we're going to be doing something that makes maximum use, in fact zero waste, with a particular fruit. One of my favourite fruits actually. And that's this fellow, in case you hadn't already guessed. This is a pineapple. Now with this pineapple, there is no need to waste anything at all. The camera person was out doing the shopping and she noticed there was a few pineapples in the fruit and veg shop that had the tops available. And that's really, really important because we're going to grow these tops like that. We're going to eat the pineapple and we're going to make Tepache, I think that's how you pronounce it, a Mexican fermented pineapple drink. So we'll start off, very, very small pineapple, but it was picked because it's got a really healthy growth on the top here. And that was more important to us than the pineapple itself. So it's probably not very ripe, but it'll do for what we want. The first thing we do is we cut our pineapple as normal, and we're going to get the top here, and we're going to cut all the extra flesh off. We don't want that rotting. There we go. That's all we need. Just a little square of it. We'll bury it up to that level. And I've done videos on this before. Just plonk them in the ground and trust me, it'll grow. A lot of people say you should put this in water, let the roots develop and then transplant it out. But I tell you what, every one that I've just stuck on the ground outside is growing. So that's the first part. We don't waste that. We grow another pineapple. I'll give you some later. The second part is we're going to eat the pineapple, of course. But when we eat the pineapple, we cut the base off. That goes to waste. We cut all the skin off. And look at all that. Waste. We'll cut the pineapple out. Should have got another bowl. And here's the core. A lot of people don't eat this. I do. I reckon it's quite nice. But normally that would be waste. So what are we going to do with all that? Well, we have our fermenter here to make our Tepache drink. Now the ingredients for this is all the pineapple scraps. So we're going to throw them in a minute. We need about 200 grams, 250 grams of sugar. And we thought this would be nice. This is coconut sugar that you can get from the Asian food stores. There's about 210 grams in there, so we're going to pop that in to our fermenter here. We've rinsed our pineapple just to get any chemicals and pesticides off it, because these aren't organic. I don't think you could actually get any organic. We're going to dissolve the sugar in here in a little bit of hot water. We're going to add a big cinnamon stick and a tiny cinnamon stick. Let's break that, hopefully. Yep, in it goes. We're going to add a few whole cloves. Just throw them into taste in this container, probably 3 or 4 is plenty. Now we'll add our hot water. You want some pineapple? I don't think you'd even like it, but I'll give you a taste. So I've just put some hot water in here to dissolve the coconut sugar. That'll sort of sit there for a little while. But we can't add the pineapple to hot water because what we're trying to do is get the yeast, which is naturally growing on the outside of this pineapple, to do the fermentation for us. If we put it in hot water, we'll kill the yeast, it won't ferment. So I'm going to add some cold water to that in a little while, but as we can see, our sugar's very slowly dissolving. Doesn't matter if it doesn't completely dissolve, we'll give it a stir while it's brewing, and it will eventually. And I'll get this other pineapple ready. Key point, does Rufus like pineapple? Yes. So pineapple gets the Rufus approval. I'm going to cut the other one. Now, as you can see, this is a really small pineapple, which is why we're doing 1.5. The normal recipe, you'd probably only use 1. As I said, the reason we're trimming the top is the normal pineapple flesh we get around here may rot. So we don't want it rotting, we want it to grow. So there's some more pineapple there. We'll cut the base off.
He's drooling.
Did you like that? And we'll trim all the skin off. And we'll cut around the core. As I said, I would normally just eat the core. I don't mind it. Nearly lost it. And our baby pineapple can go in there.
He's dripping, Dad.
Do you want some more? Do you like this? Do you like this? Say please. Say please. Let's add some cold water. Right, I've added some cold water to this. It's now barely warm. And what we now have to do is we drop all our pineapple pieces in there. All the skin, the cores, the outside. And lastly, we try to pop our bases in on top, and this will help keep it all underwater, which is exactly what we want. We don't want any of the pineapple above the water or we may get mold. So let's top this up with some more water. About I think it's a 3 litre jug. Leaving a bit of room at the top. We'll get our weights. There we go. Sit them on top. Probably a little bit much water in there. I'll just get some of that out. Now there still is some sugar undissolved at the bottom, but that's not a problem because it'll dissolve over time and the yeast will eat it. We'll also give it a stir every now and again. And there we go. Let's pop our lid on. We'll fill our airlock up, pop it on top, and then we shall leave it for 3 to 4 days. We'll have a taste, see if it's getting to the fermentation level that we want. If it is, we're going to bottle it, let it do its secondary carbonation out in the weather, well, just outside at normal temperatures. Then we'll pop it all in the fridge to make sure it doesn't explode. One airlock. And over with our kombucha. Zero waste pineapple. Only one more thing to do. Come with me and I'll show you. This will turn into that. This is one that I grew from a old top. So we're going to pop this one over the back here. And all it is just not even buried, just enough to hold it in place. As we can see, I've got one. As we can see, I've got one here. And I'm just going to pop this one right here. With all the tennis balls we keep getting over the fence that no one will own up to. And all it is just, you don't even need the shovel. Just sort of push it into the ground. Put enough soil around it so it doesn't fall over. Try and get him upright a bit. Actually, I will dig a little bit for that one. And there it is there. Every one of these has been grown just like that. No putting it in glass, waiting for roots to grow. Ran headlong into the shovel.
What?
No, he ran headlong into the shovel. So there's no putting it in glasses and waiting for roots to grow while they rot in the water. Just stick them in the ground. So there we are. Zero waste pineapples. Not one scrap of this has been wasted. I don't think that's a bad idea. And it tastes good. Both the pineapple, the homegrown pineapples, and the drink. If you've tried any of this, let me know in the comments how you went and you want another tennis ball. You guys enjoy life? We'll play with tennis balls. Not catch in the garden. But too many, you don't know what to do with them.